Okay, here you go. Okay, so over the past 100 years, the debate about evolution has been ongoing. Ever since Darwin came along, ever since he studied the finches in the Galapagos, ever since he wrote on the origin of species, the process of evolution has been heatedly debated and speculated. In recent years, there's been an alternative brought about called creationism. Creationism is the belief that the universe and living organisms originate from divine creation, as in the biblical accounts. This has obviously gained a lot of followers among many different religious groups. And therefore, pressure is being put on school boards to have teachers teach evolution and creationism side by side and present them as equivalent and equally controversial scientific theories. However, creationism is not technically a science and shouldn't be taught in a science class in schools because it could be detrimental to students' idea of what science is. If I asked any probably 4th grader and up, they would be able to tell me at least a few steps of the scientific method. It's a pretty core part of the science curriculum. Creationism doesn't follow any of those steps in the scientific method, and therefore it would be confusing and contradictory to students to be taught something that doesn't follow those steps, and it could cloud their interpretation of what science is. Creationism isn't scientifically testable, there's no empirical evidence, it's not observable by the senses, and it's based on religious doctrine, and therefore can't be classified as a science. In fact, in 2004, there was a famous court case called Kitzmiller versus the Dover Area School District. The Dover School District issued a demand that teachers begin teaching students intelligent design, which is the belief that the universe was created by a divine being. Sound familiar? It's basically creationism. Many teachers and parents of students were angry by that demand, and they came together and challenged the Dover Area School District in a famous court case. The court ended up ruling that what the Dover School District demanded was unconstitutional, and that intelligent design, and therefore creationism, is not a science and shouldn't be taught in science classes. Therefore, teaching creationism in schools is essentially against the law. Now, I'm not saying that if parents want their children to learn about creationism that they shouldn't teach them that. I'm just saying that it should be on the responsibility of the parents to teach their kids creationism if they want them to know it, not the schools. Evolution, however, is an observable fact and should remain in the science curriculum. Many supporters of creationism try to say that evolution is merely a theory. However, observations done in nature, numerous studies done over the years, and countless research has proven the process of evolution to be a fact. The only theoretical part about evolution is why it occurs, which scientists have yet to uncover. The why it occurs, however, has nothing to do with the fact that it does occur. Evolution describes a natural depiction of the development of organisms and explains different elements of the natural world. It helps teach students that human lives aren't the only ones of value on our planet, and that other organisms have developed over time to perform unique functions that are beneficial to the environment, and all organisms should be valued and protected. It helps show students that there's a delicate balance among the organisms on our planet, and all organisms are interconnected. Evolution encompasses all aspects of life, and how everything that is now came to be by changing and evolving. Evolution is an extremely important part of the curriculum of students, and it should remain in the lives of our students, the students to come. Evolution is proven, scientific, and therefore it follows the scientific method, and therefore should remain being taught in schools. Creationism, however, is based on beliefs, it can't be proven, and therefore it shouldn't be taught in schools, but rather in the homes of those that believe it. There really isn't much of a debate here. The only thing that should be taught in science classes is science. Thank you.
Do we have sound on this thing?
Yes.
Oh, all right.